Hey everyone, thanks again for checking my channel. Today I'm going to share with you another episode of product research for Amazon FBA. I have been using this product for a while. It's called Helium 10. I think my last video also mentioned the product, and today I'm going to show you the other features that I'm using to find a product that I'm going to sell on Amazon uh, .com or .ca, and I'm going to show you today the steps I'm taking. Hopefully that becomes helpful to you, and if you're interested, you can use it, and if not, you can at least get some knowledge from my video. Today I'm going to use Black Box, which is the tools that I use for searching my Amazon product. If you remember, uh, last time we used product research black box by going for product categories and choose what categories you want to sell. We are doing the same thing over and over again, and what I found to make it easier rather than get overwhelmed, it's good to go with choosing one category at a time, and then that way you have more focus on looking into more detail. So in this scenario, I'm going to use monthly revenue based on profit margin. You are looking at something that you want to make some profit. If you are interested in making, let's say, 5,000 or 10,000 profit in a month, you should have a monthly revenue of 20 to 30,000 in order to get the profit margin to where you want it. The reason I am coming up with this number, just simplify it by let's say the money that you are planning. Let's say you're making $20,000 sale, and usually when you sell on Amazon, your profit margin is you want to be around 30%, and sometimes depending on how much advertising costs would put you around 25%, but let's hypothetically go for 30%. So we put 30%, oh sorry, times 30%. So that gives you $6,000 profit if your revenue is around to $20,000. So assuming this is what's going to be, but let's say you are having some more costs based on PPC and other costs that comes around with advertising, and if you do times 25%, so that gives you $5,000, which is, I think everybody want to make at least around $5,000 a month in order to call it a business that you can rely on, and you don't have to work on your regular job if you're making that much money. Hopefully you're making more than that, but I think average people make between $2,500 to $5,000 in their job. That's what they want to have, a business that way they don't have to do that 9 to 5 jobs. So let's dive into the research. So I put 20,000, and also I'm looking at the price around 15 to 20. So let's call it 15 or 16. Let's call it 15. Maximum, you want to be somewhere around 50, not much more, because the higher you go, the cost of your inventory would be higher. That means you need more capital in order to order what you want to sell. And review counts would be, I would say, somewhere between, you don't want to find a product that has no review, because you probably don't. And if they are probably either not selling at all or they're very new. So let's say 5 to 200. I'm looking into Canadian market because I'm in Canada. So because Canada has less traffic and less, I guess, sales in the marketplace, so 200 to 300 would be a maximum reviews that I'm going to find. Rating, this is review rating, which means what rating you want to look for when it comes to review, I would say minimum 3, because anything below 3 would be really problematic, because probably that item is having so much problem unless you want to improve them. But I would say 3 would be a good startup. So, and then of course, I always pick the standard size in order to cost efficient and have less shipping costs when it comes to shipping. So in here, there is an option that I usually put in advanced filter. So price range, percentile, we don't care about these because they are really, oh, one thing I usually exclude, I don't want to look into men's or women pants or shirt and anything sizable. So I would try to eliminate those search. So that's why I put those here, just to get rid of what is not really uh, my interest in starting the product. So go back to here. We're gonna look for a weight. I always recommend not to look for heavy price. I mean heavy items. Anything above 2 to 3 would be costly to ship and storage. So that's why I put 2 to 2.5. So, but I would suggest leave it at 2, but let's do 2.5 to get at least some results. Variation is something that I always make sure the more variation you have, the more inventory you're gonna need. So when you wanna need, when you're gonna order a product that has variation, that's gonna eat up your buying power. Basically, you have to spend more money on different variation. So we don't want to do that. So let's put a 2 or 3. Here I already put 2. And so far, I think this is uh, pretty, pretty reasonable to look for. And I'm just going to search and see what item I'm getting. So far, because I really narrow it down, I'm only getting 10 products. So that's why I suggest you to, to cut the crap and make sure you are really finding a product that is either selling or it's and narrow down to what you want, so you don't waste your time. So, and also it is risky. The more product you have, you might rush to it and get into the order that may cause problem and doesn't sell, or if it sells, it's probably competitive. So that's what my suggestion is. But in here I'm seeing, I think I am, if I'm not mistaken. So what I'm going to actually show you guys, let's save that filter. Okay, I'm going to save a filter as this is how I'm saving it: $20,000 per month in sales or revenue with 15 price, 15 and up, and we call this revenue, we call this product price, and also here we're gonna put the review count to 300 because we put the max 300. So we would understand what we are. Hopefully you understand what the abbreviations are when you're looking at, and also the rating we put rating 3 to 5. That way you know what. Let's actually do that so we don't get confused. And then so we are making more sense for ourselves in future if we're looking at it. Okay, and then size, of course, size would be small. So you can always edit this or change it. So the weight also be 2 pound, 2 lb, or 2.5. Let's say 2. So on save it. In future, if you want to load, you have it here. You don't have to put all this criteria back and forth again. So we already have this. Now The reason I did that because sometimes when you check in back and forth, you might lose it. You can just load it. So now we're gonna go to different category. As I said earlier, I rather to go one at a time, so I know what niche or category I'm looking for or looking at, rather than going to all categories and sometimes I don't know what they are, so it might cause problems. So let's start with the new category which I already put. This is the category of sports, and I'm just going slowly to all the uh, reviews and sales, which is the big deal. And reviews is 29. So this is the sort of good product. Let's look at it, see what it is. And this is I think it's the it's a heartbeat, I guess, checker or heartbeat or pulse for the, I guess that's the exercise product. And heartbeat, it comes handy for many reasons, maybe for people who are into sport and checking their heart rate, or elderly as you see the picture. But what I'm having here, I don't want to get too in electronics. That's one of the reason I don't want to deal with this, just being electronics, because I have been burnt before, selling electronics. Because some people buy them, they use them after a month or two, it becomes faulty or they don't like it, they want to return it, and you have to deal with a lot of returns. So that's why I'm avoiding the stuff that it's gonna cause me problem in the long run. So I would suggest stick to something simple, maybe mechanical rather than electronics. So what this is, let's go have a look. Ooh, this one is the ramp, skate ramp. Ooh, wonder how heavy that is. That's probably heavy. I don't know why, how heavy that is. 500 grams. Looks to me, is it toy? Figure skate. Okay. So yeah, I don't want a lot of parts in the product that may get lost, or people having problem putting together. So this way, as you see, I only have 12 product to look at. So when I don't find something, simply I just go to either different category or just narrow down your or change your search to, did we put the pet before? Oh, let's see. So you can simply, oh, we did that before. So let's go back to patio and we look into patio and garden, see if we get something that is profitable and less competitive. So far, bird feeder seems to be bulky, or isn't it? How big is it? 231. That could be seasonal because of, and seems to be, the one thing I look for when I go to product detail and I can see how long they've been selling since January 2020, and for that almost a year or two, they have got 232 reviews. So this one is selling and it's the Amazon choice. I'm thinking maybe it's bulky in terms of shipping, or is not. Huh, it's not bad. So for getting more detail, what we need to do, go to bird feeder and then, sorry, copy a keywords or broad keywords that we find, run our we can run here our X-ray, which is product research X-ray tools, Chrome extension. So it's going to give us more in-depth detail. So that way we can analyze it better. So this product, average BSR, which is really good, lowest BSR, the better, $36 in average. The total revenue is 100,000. And unfortunately, the score is not as good because most likely the reviews are really high. And product keywords research keywords are more than what we search for. There is like 10 um, keywords that sellers are ranking, but the main and generic one or very broad one is bird feeder. So bird feeder hanger, these are the one that they are searching, and the most one is the first one, and then goes to bird feeder pole and bird feeder squirrel proof. So these are the one, but let's look at the reviews, see how many reviews these people or this seller have. The top two, which are selling the most, 5,000, 7,000, they are the one that are the sponsor ad, which we want to remove it to get rid of the average number so we get the better data without having to looking at those sponsor ads. So now when you look at the reviews revenue, you'll see 5,000 and 7,000 are the most with a lot of reviews. So I would not want to pick this product because as you see the top 10 reviews has more than 1,000. You never could compete with such a review count unless you're really having a big pocket. You want to spend a lot of money on PPC, which I don't want to get into that uh, subject now, but this is the tough one. So let's move on to the next one in the list. So we go back here, and this one is just the fruit fly traps, and this one also mouse traps. I actually had mouse traps before, and it was okay, but it becomes a little bit problematic, and I stopped selling them. So now we're gonna move to a different category. So let's do the home one and uncheck the garden and lawn. So here we are looking at the stuff that might be interesting. So as you see in the product reviews, we are looking at 200 plus reviews, right? This one is 88 with the revenues 24,000. So this is what I'm focusing on, the revenue and basically the reviews. These are the most, uh, I guess, important part of the puzzle to look into it. And then once you found it, you can go do the research. So far, I think this one is good. Let's see. Milk frother, milk frother. So let's see milk frother how much revenue we can make from this one. So the keywords milk frother, and then we search. We're gonna go for X-ray again, and we're gonna do our research. So as you see the score here, this means the top 10 product have revenue over 5,000. So it matches with our criteria. We're gonna make 5,000 plus in revenue. The only thing is four of the top 10 product have under 75 reviews. So that means reviews are higher. If you look at here, the first one, 3,000 review, 49,000 review. You can never get to that unless, as I said, And these are the brand and dominated brand here. You see 3,000 for this brand, and then Zulay also Kitchen has the other one, which is 49. So this is dominating brand. So this brand are taking most of the sales. As you can see, 24,000 plus 123,000. And then we go to the next one. These are also using advertising. That means they have enough money to throw and advertise. So next in the list, let's move on. Let's actually remove the advertisers so we get the better idea of average price and average reviews, and also average revenues, so that we are not getting the wrong uh, information. But as you see, the reviews are really high. The first one is 23,000 and then goes 621. So some of them are making good money. This one $43,000 making. But remember, this is the high ticket product. In order to make that much money, you need to make $65 per price. Is not really hard to get when you have sales of 663 sales to make that money. So because the product is expensive. So that's why they're making so much money, because the product is all over 50 to 60,000, 59, 54,000 dollars. So 1999 is the lowest one, on 1598. If you want to go for those kind of frosts, the frother that milk frother that you want to order, this one is the cheapest one with 80 reviews and it's making 24,000. So I think that's kind of reasonable, but overall we are seeing a lot of high reviews with the high ticket price. So the only good thing about this high ticket price is if you get those for a cheap price, the margin would be kind of good, because if you sell something for 50 or $60 and you bought it for $5 to $10, then your profit margin is really good. Let's go and have a look. This option here that's been added not long ago by Helium 10, it directly takes you to Alibaba to find the supplier. I'm gonna put supplier that has 3 years experience or 3 years in the business. So these guys been in the business for a while. And as you see, these are the one that I can see. These are the cheap one. So we were looking at the higher ticket. Let's see how much is the higher ticket one. Like this one is a high ticket product, and let's have a look. So that looks actually pretty cool. It seems like a decent product. They have two variation in color, which is not bad. If you order 50 to 900, you're paying $23. If you order 1 to 50, you are getting $24. I am suggesting to get maybe a 50 of these to test the market, or 50 to 100 to just see how it's gonna sell. Once you see the profit is good, it's selling good, you don't have any much return, or we have good product, you can go for 1,000 or more, but then it's going to cost you $20,000 if you order, because the higher ticket. So assuming this is 25 bucks or $24, let's say $24.20. Let's see how much money we can make by doing that. So let's go to Amazon. No, this one, sorry, this one. Let's go to Amazon, because it's this product similar to this product, assuming we are going to sell it somewhere around $65. Let's see how much profit we're going to make. When you go to X-ray, you get the tool here, Profitability Calculator, which allows you to put the numbers in. So this product will cost us 20 manufacturing plus. Well, I don't know why they said so. That product will cost us 20, let's say $5, but that's actually Canadian. Let's say Canadian to US. That was 24.20 Canadian, roughly will be $31. So let's go back. Let's say it cost us $31, and shipping here is all calculated based on the weight. So the whole product will cost us the profit margin for us would be around 22%, and ROI will be 44, but this is what we want to look for. 22% after paying all the fees, and this is not including advertising. So unfortunately, it's lower than what I expect. This is not something I would choose. Reason being 22% before all the expenses other than shipping and product costs is not enough for us to break even. So because of the cost that is involved with PPC and other stuff, that's assuming 2% return. So it's not really worth it. And let's move on to next product. I also don't really want to get electronics product or electric product because of future malfunctioning and not working. Sometimes they don't work as supposed to, and now you're gonna have to deal with the return. So let's see what else is here. $19 pack artificial wine flake. Well, this can be seasonal because usually people use this in the summertime when they start, uh, you know, going outdoor and outside. So we don't want to do seasonal as well. And make further. Oh, okay, that's also the same thing we already seen. And is electronic. We don't want to go around electrical electronic. The price for this is pretty good, and the sales are 43,000, and also we are getting 7 revenue. Unfortunately, they have a bad rating. And the other thing, because of we are in December now, the Christmas time, this product is seasonal, and I don't suggest any seasonal product unless you are actually interested doing that for seasonal, and then you sell what you have hopefully by end of the season, and then you wait until next inventory. Then it's got its own challenges. Okay, this is another one, and this one was LED candle, I believe. 211 reviews, 27,000 in sales, and BSR 1000, which is good. Price range is 25. Let's see what it is. Tea light battery flameless candle, including battery, LED light, 24 pack. Oh my goodness, it's so cheap for 24. How much would that cost? Let's run our candle. I think the keywords or broad keywords for this would be flameless battery, flameless candle. We're gonna do a search, and as usual we run our x-ray to see if that gives us the good number and detail so we can analyze it in detail. So average reviews 2000, again too much. BSR 17,000, price is really good 47, and then revenue is 320, 42 in total, and individual average price revenue is 14,000, which is also good. The only thing I'm concerned is the review counts. As you see, these are so high. even though the one with the lowest review, like 47, making only 2,400, and the more reviews you get, more sales, which is going to be tough to compete unless you come up with some new, I guess, bundles or product that is not in the market. So far, we are not getting any result that we are satisfied to uh, sell that product. We are seeing it again here, and again, don't bear in mind because of the season. Also, these guys are getting, because of Christmas time. I guess people get more sentimental, and they want to feel cozy and stay and use candle at home. And I mean, candle can be used overall throughout the year, but I think it could be also for a gift season, people buying those as a gift. And here also, oh my God, I can't believe toilet brush is selling $30,000. $30,000 in sales in revenue with 135, and then rating is good and is not too cheap, $29 for a pack of two, which most people have two. I guess toilet these days at home. I mean, if they are not in apartment only. So that would be sort of toilet brush. I never actually thought about this. Maybe we could look into it. Maybe it's a good product. And there you go. We are looking at this one as well. So the keyword 7 and 2, meaning the reviews are high, revenues are okay, actually good, 9,009. And what a nice round number, $23. And reviews count are high, but oh my God, even with one review, 8 reviews selling $5,000, which is the one we probably saw. I wonder how much would cost to order this. It's not electronics. I think it's not. We don't need electric toilet brush. So this is gonna cost us $2. Why is it expensive? $2. Let's see if obviously you want something neat and fancy. I think people may be interested in something that are more fancy than just a casual one, and this one seems to be the one. So the order from 100 to 900 is $3. So if you pack it in pack of two, so you're paying $6. The only thing is because it's kind of over the size, or the dimension is high. The dimension is high, so you might have to pay a little bit more for shipping. But if we buy $3, 6, let's see our profit. Where was it? Okay, here. So it's selling for $27, and we are calculating the profit. It's gonna cost $6, which is $7.67 Canadian. This is just a rough estimate. We might be off for 50 cents a dollar in the change, and we just want to see how much we would, let's say 750, and then price is calculated. So this is 29% in margin, profit margin. So as I said, I like to be at least 30%. This is pretty close, almost there. So it seems like this is a good product. I would do more due diligence before I order this, but I will do that later on. This video is gonna get long, and I don't want to bore you guys. So hopefully this is a good product to me. Simple as that. If you guys see it, how easy it was to find a product that makes you $30,000 in revenue. Assuming $30,000 in revenue, as we calculated before, and that would give you $30,000 in revenue times, let's say 25%, you are making $7,500 per month in profit, assuming we spend 5% on advertising and other costs. So it seems like this is a good product. Again, this is just a basic research I did. And I think if you are guys looking at something like this, I don't suggest to use this at all because as you see, I'm going to be posting this on YouTube in my channel, and most people, probably thousands of people or even hundreds of people might see it and they might think about it, then it's going to be other saturation. But that's how I look at the numbers, and that's how I decide if my product that I'm looking at is the product that I'm going to list. There is other method that I was going to show you, and the other method would be keyword research method, which is another method that I was using to find the product. But again, because this video is pretty long now, I will show you guys for my next video, which is I'm going to post within a week, I promise. Hopefully you enjoy it, and if you have any question and comment, please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed that video, I appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up and like that video. And if you're interested for video like this, you can always subscribe and click on the notification bell so you will be notified when I am posting another video in this regard. And again, thank you very much for looking at my video, watching the video. And if there is any question, please let me know. And I hope I'll see you guys all soon. Have a good day.